So Andor won 5 Emmys for writing, costuming, production design, picture editing, and visual effects. Dan Gilroy specifically won Outstanding Writing for the episode Welcome to the Rebellion, which was one of the best of the season and the series. I don't tend to cover award shows all that often because, Star Wars doesn't win that many big awards, and genre in general still feels like it's looked down upon by the people who give out awards. And awards in general, there's like a lot of behind-the-scenes political maneuvering that makes it hard to really care and get invested in the winners, but still, it is really nice to see something we love get recognized for all of the hard work and love and passion that went into it. I think Andor should have won more awards. Obviously, I'm a little biased. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but I am so glad about the Writing Award. If I had to only pick one Emmy for Andor to win, it would have been for Outstanding Writing, because I think it deserved it. And that episode, Welcome to the Rebellion, Mon Mothma's speech was something that we knew as Star Wars fans was gonna be in this series. We knew that her exit from the Imperial Senate was coming, and I was hoping that it would be this big moment, that it had the same gravitas as Luthen's monologue in Season 1, as Kino Loy's monologue in Season 1. I wanted Mon Mothma's speech to have that same power and importance, and it absolutely did. The death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil. I talked about that one line so much in my review for those 3 episodes. I still love it. It's so powerful in a time where AI is becoming more and more prevalent, where the truth is becoming harder and harder to parse because the powers that be want to keep things confusing. And then there are moments where truth is just ignored if it doesn't support someone's beliefs that they just decided are true no matter what. That speech is important and powerful and relevant, and all the more impressive because it was written like 2 years ago. And the fact that the Gilroys were able to kind of see what was coming and write something that means so much today because they're students of history, I just think it's incredible. I know that this award is for the whole episode, but in my mind, it might as well just be for this speech. It's that good. Of course, I think Andor deserved to win everything it was nominated for, just because it was my favorite show. I know that that's not realistic, and I'm not upset, really, at the Emmys that it didn't win more, but I did find myself frustrated at some of the wins, especially looking at The Pit. I'm sure it's great. I've only heard great things about it. We have not seen it. We do plan to watch it, but I'm not going to pretend I have a fully formed opinion on it. But I was frustrated that it won over Andor and Severance. I was going into this fully expecting Severance to beat out Andor. And then when it didn't, all of these feelings of like genre and fantasy and sci-fi still, I feel like it just isn't treated seriously by the people who vote for these kinds of awards. Again, I'm sure The Pit is great. I'm going to say that a lot, but it just felt like the easy, safe, mainstream choice. And it's a medical drama. We have those in abundance, and it just comes off as the voters looking past genre and sci-fi and fantasy because, they're not real and not meant to be taken seriously. That's just the vibe it gives off. Because we have Andor tackling fascism and addressing themes that are so relevant to our exact moment in time. But because there are lasers and spaceships, I feel like some people just turned their nose up at it and didn't even watch it. That's my fear, anyway, that Emmy voters saw Star Wars and were like, no. And we also have Severance taking on capitalism and dangerous technologies. But again, because it is science fiction, I feel like the Emmy voters just didn't give it the time of day. Which is shocking to me because I feel like Severance was this big cultural touchstone the past couple years. I'm sure The Pit also has great messaging and is tackling important themes. I'm just saying it feels like the safe, easy, mainstream, crowd-pleasing choice. And that didn't just happen in the drama categories. The studio won a ton of awards in the comedy categories. And we did watch the studio, and I really liked it. I thought it was very good. I think it was absolutely deserving of the Best Directing award for the Wonder episode. That episode is hilarious and so well executed. But again, it feels like the safe, easy choice because it's a show about the people who make shows and movies. So, of course, the people who make shows and movies are going to see that and vote for it. It's just predictable, and I guess I was hoping to be a little more surprised throughout the ceremony. But to be truthful, I was surprised that Andor won for writing. I was gearing up for Andor to be completely snubbed. So I'm very happy it won 5 Emmys, especially for writing, production design, and costuming. Awards shows are so weird because I feel like we as genre fans have just trained ourselves for the stuff that we love to not be recognized. It's really fun to see Star Wars win, but ultimately it's not that big of a deal when it doesn't. A New Hope didn't win the Oscar for Best Picture the year it came out. That did not stop it from becoming so many people's favorite movie. It didn't stop it from changing film and pop culture forever. Andor not winning doesn't all of a sudden make it not my favorite show of the year. It doesn't make it not important and powerful and relevant, and hopefully its 5 wins are going to help drive more people to watch the show, because I think it would be good for more and more people, especially if they're not Star Wars fans, to take a dip back in. And in the same way, yes, I plan to watch The Pit so I can have a fully formed opinion. Like I said, I'm sure it's wonderful. But that's it from me. A little bit of a different video today, not scripted, much more rambly. I hope it was comprehensible, but let me know what you thought of the Emmy Awards down in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.